Next map will be Andromeda. Looking if you can kind of have the same play. Actually, potentially, we could see Mamuri just do the exact same thing on a map like this. Is it only 3 spawn too? Or no?
It's 4 spawns. Anyways,
The mini map in the top right hand corner didn't show a spawn position. That was weird.
I don't know, but all I know is that at the top right, we have from the bestest friends, Franscar as the green Protoss.
And his opponent, top left hand corner, the yellow Zerg player from Dust Gaming representing Korea. It is Mamuri. I just always need the GSL Korean guy to do it. Mamuri. I can't even fake to try to do his voice right there. He just got such a good voice.
Right? I was so upset when they replaced him with the lady that like didn't know how to pronounce anything. Oh, to be fair, it was probably just some Korean lady off the street. She was like, "Hey, we need you to say these English words."
I feel like you can get me and be like, yeah, we're very American. We have all the Americans.
Yeah, what's his name? I want Haz to play Starbow.
Us, yeah, or has whatever. Yeah, that might be cool.
The Taiwanese Protoss.
Mm-hmm. Dang, the space between the main and the natural and the third is really far.
Yeah, and this little mineral only always throws me off. Did we ever introduce Mamuri?
I did.
Okay, good. Whew.
By the way, guys, as Finn has mentioned, there is a ladder if you want to play, and there's always active people on NA. Sometimes EU, but mostly NA if you want to play some games with Starbow with people, have some fun, try some crazy stuff out. You always can. Franscar going for that force fast expand as he very much likes, and just why not? And by the way, I love the middle right here. The middle bases are always really fun because you hardly ever see anyone take it.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you do see them take it, and it's always cool whether it be really late game. But on this map, much less than Fighting Spirit, you have 4 ways to get in instead of 2, so it's a little harder to actually defend.
Yeah. I remember a game back when Pro League had just switched over. It was Bogus or Innovation versus some Zerg. He did like a 2 barracks proxy in the middle of the map. It was on Fighting Spirit, the all gold version, I think. No, this wasn't the all gold version. The middle base was gold. Then Bogus actually took that base and eventually lost. Or no, he won with like a 6 racks all in. It was pretty silly. I always really liked the old Pro League maps that were super creative and like out there. But can't really have that in a game with force fields.
I can't really have it in a game with force fields. Thankfully, this game does not have force fields. I don't think it does, at least, off the top of my head.
I think there was some talk about it, but then everybody's like, no, that's a terrible idea.
Don't do it. Please don't do it now. It will be, as I was saying, Forge Fast expand from the lovely Franscar, doing about the same thing this time, though. Memory Scout's bottom right first, making sure you're not going to be the farthest away. I'll have a decent amount of time to get into your main. This time, though, Franscar has learned and will be able to defend his name.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this mineral only always throws me off for some reason.
Definitely is kind of wonky, and we may see it taken a little bit later on. Franscar right now, he needs that extra gas production, though, to be able to do what he wants to do. Stargate is going to be on the way for him as usual, going to get out some Corsairs, get rid of some Overlords, and Mamuri is still not quite shown his hand yet, getting up to layer. I presume he will just like that Hydra Lurker style that he played last game, and will do very well, except for his base in the bottom left-hand corner is a little bit more exposed, at least the starting one. A little bit harder to defend, but then again, I mean, it's technically 3 bases. Each of these areas is 3 whole bases, so why not take it?
And somehow Mamuri knew about this Zealot going across the map. Oh, once again, good target firing from Franscar, but still got completely shut down. But I'm pretty sure that was an obvious tell to Franscar that there is a base there, even though he didn't actually see the hatchery. Or the creep. Ling's just kind of Ling's just kind of chilling there. Not really going to do much.
Didn't find that much in the bottom left. Hopefully he will see it a little later, maybe with these Corsairs getting him some vision on the map. For now, though, Mamuri is just going to have a solid contain on Franscar, but probably one of the best maps is Protoss to be contained on, because as you said, you do have those extra 5 mineral patches in your main you can take if you want. You just have a lot of income over time, and I think for the defensive posture Franscar is taking with Corsairs, put all your micro into Corsairs and just decimate the Overlord forces and force out a lot more than your opponent wants to.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that there's actually a warp prism being made, which is a bit curious, I'd say. And once again, 5 hatcheries. I honestly would like to see maybe like some kind of all-in. I mean, Mamuri is up a game. Even if he loses, he's still in the series. Oh, and we do have Corsair Reaver, and the chat going nuts about it.
Will be Corsair Reaver, and these Corsairs gotta be really careful. Swords are so close.
Scozy!
They're fighting onto it. Beautifully will defend right there, but he doesn't want to move into it. Oh, does lose a couple. Does lose 1, I think, or 2. 1 or 2.
He just lost 1.
By the way, Franscar will be going for those Warp Prism drops. Just say, you know what, I'm going to be contained in my 3 bases. Let's hold on to 3, maybe more like 2.5, and push from there. It will be Reaver drops, I believe. Yep, there it is. I have the funniest story with Reavers. I just remember playing them versus them one time at Zerg, and in Brood War I was kind of like, I don't remember how good these are. Let's see how good they are. Like, I'll pull probes. Very bad idea. Do not pull probes. You die.
Yeah.
Next time.
Wait, you pulled probes like to attack?
Well, yeah, to attack, because this was in Starbow, and I was like, I don't know how strong Reavers are in Starbow, if they're the same as they were in Brood War. So I was like, let's just pull probes, let's see. And I was like, oh, bad idea. Yep.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
Terrible idea.
Thank you for telling me now, after I lost the game. You should have told me back then. It's actually going to be a double Reaver drop. The Corsairs are here. Everything is here to defend. The Hydras are on the high ground, but now the Reaver, they are doing their job, and there's the Hydras can't even do anything.
Oh, Scourge!
Gotta be careful.
Oh, that was close. Zealot gets cleaned up. Overall, he only got 2 workers in that attack.
Not too many, but he was only there for a second or 2, and finally now Franscar is saying, oh, wait a second. I know where your base is in the Spore. There is the 1 Spore there, but not quite enough to actually contest actually these Corsairs. And guess Warp Prism got any more kills right there. Only a couple more, but still in total 6. For now, as I was saying though, Franscar can kind of hold on to 2 bases for a very long time. Same thing though for Mamuri, but Mamuri is getting a little bit thrown off on the defensive because he does have to defend a lot more with Hydras instead of Lurkers.
Yeah, we do have a Viper Nest on the way. I really hope he actually makes Eruptors or something along those lines. And Arctic Hydra saying something about island bases.
With Corsair drops, very good against the island bases, being careful, I guess, unless opponent does. But actually, the Hydras being very aggressive right here. There is the Corsair. Sorry, there's the Reaver to defend, but it's not quite gonna be fast enough.
That was a little bit scary. I saw that Warp Prism fly near those Hydras. Probably could have actually maybe killed it. Not entirely sure. Hydras are gonna come in and easily take down this cybernetic score.
For now, Franscar is just going to be holding on. He's got this Warp Prism in the bottom left. He's going to try to do some damage with a lot of Corsairs. Will be escorting it. This time's a Spore, though. Got to be super careful. I mean, maybe can the Scarab shoot from the high ground? The Reaver just Scarab's hit. Nope. I guess they have to go around. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah. I don't know if they did that in Brood War, but it's definitely welcome. Oh!
Oh, the Eruptor is getting so much damage down there that they do 8 against the Warp Prism. When you have 2, it's such a fast attack speed.
It really
is.
Careful.
It is an incredibly fast attack speed.
So yeah, Mamuri not going full Brood War, actually making some Eruptors. I've grown to really enjoy this unit, honestly.
They're very good anti-air, especially Hydras, though, now when it's just a Warp Prism. Warp Prism's gotta be super careful. Does have 2 Reavers inside of it, and it cannot allow any to go down.
And we do have triple upgrades going down for Mamuri, which I love to see. Always love players who really commit to those upgrades.
Mamuri now has kind of gotten to a sweet spot of, okay, cool, I'm on 4 bases. I even have the option of these in-base mineral patches, being careful here. And so he's gotten to the sweet spot where he can now just produce army, produce tech and stuff. And Franscar is going to try to punish him before he can actually start to do that. And that was the most intense zoom-in I've ever seen. That was an intense zoom-in. That was like from fully zoomed out right into the rocks. But, you know, we'll see Reavers already with Scarabs, and they're going to start hitting into this natural. There's a lot of Lings, a lot of Hydras there. I'm a little worried about them.
Oh, big hit! Oh, that was gross.
AoE is incredibly strong in Franscar.
Absolutely. Okay, so he's spending a lot of minerals to kill this.
It does cost 15 minerals for those Scarabs, but for now, we'll be worrying about it.
Oh, this is pretty good storm.
Oh, the spores. The Carousel's got to be very careful moving the spores. There's another eruptor shot going down, but right now the Reaver's doing a lot of damage. Actually, they just kind of annihilated the very first force, and I don't really know what Mamuri has to defend. Do they actually? Oh, I was gonna say he does have a flank, but it's gonna be Franscar, and Mamuri is kind of at a loss for words. He didn't go lurker this game, and I think that's maybe, or actually he didn't go quite as heavy lurker in this game, and that maybe kind of screwed him here. Got to defend for a little while. He doesn't have any reinforcements from the bottom right, but now there's a couple Hydras coming in. Bottom left.
He does pick off 2 Reavers, not bad. But this is just a really scary number for Franscar. Oh man, this is kind of gross. I think
It will decimate this natural base right here. Just doing as much damage as they can, and there's honestly, as I was saying, it's not quite enough lurkers. There's not quite enough right here for Mamuri. One lurker is desperately trying to get in here. Well, no, everything focuses down. Yep. Literally everything is A-moved, and now the lurkers actually come in flank here. If there was lurkers in the high ground, I think it would be a beautiful position, but they're so close together, the storms just take them out, and Mamuri has to retreat here, and Mamuri at least has the base in the bottom left, but all his tech is in the top left.
I wouldn't say, with the kind of units he's making right now, I mean, it blows to lose 2 bases and the production, but of course, the really essential tech, the Lurker Den and the Viper Nest, are down at this bottom left base. And it looks like Mamuri is maybe going to go for a counterattack.
All he can do, if you look in the top right, he has 2,000 minerals in bank, about 700 gas, but with those minerals, he desperately needs some macro hatches, which, you know what Mamuri has, but there, 2 in the main going down for Mamuri, 2 in his bottom left-hand corner main at least now, and he's going to be pumping minerals, or sorry, pumping Lings into Franscar, and right now, sadly, these Lings, they do have Ling speed, but they're not cracklings, neither are they +1, they are 1-1, but they haven't quite got their cocaine ready yet. They'll be there soon.
So, crackling for the foreign viewers means like crack cocaine. For Koreans, it's the sound they make.
It's kind of funny,
right?
Yeah, I can see both working, but yeah, either way. Right now, Mamuri's just pumping out Hydras. He did have a little bit of a gas bank earlier on. He's now able to use into this and pushing out across the map, but there's just so much here for Franscar. His 110 army supply of our green Protoss to just the 22 of the yellow Zerg here, and Mamuri actually, all his entire army moves out of position into these Dragoons and into these Zealots. Does have to pull back.
I think, well, there are a few lurkers, but I think Franscar might take this game. I know it's a little bit early to call it, but that's a lot of Templar and a lot of energy. Of course, for those who don't know, if you don't see an energy bar at all, that means it's completely full.
Definitely a lot of storms here will be added. I think this is it for Mamuri. As you said, so many Dragoons currently. How many out on the map? You have 15 Dragoons just decimating everything with the Zealots, with the Storms. Nothing of Mamuri can actually stand a chance. They're able to get up to Defilers or whatever to get some Dark Swarms out. And there's a GG. Franscar evens it up 1-1. I believe that Ziff